Aquaproof 7-in-1. High-performing waterproofing paint, Nippon Paint. The coatings expert.
Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena called on the United Nations to declare a Humanity Day under the UN calendar. Speaking at the International Convention of Peacemakers for Universal Harmony held in Colombo at the Sri Lanka Foundation, he urged the participants to examine his proposal and take up action as the rapid deterioration of human values is a very dangerous threat to the mankind.
Celebrating 20 years of absolute trust. Lanka Pay, your trusted payment network.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am privileged to address you at this important convention, as peace and harmony are the most essential factors to finding lasting solutions to the conflicts, racial or communal issues, as well as global phenomena of mistrust. The people all over the world, especially in the developing countries, aspire for rapid development, which is a progressive natural phenomenon. Peace is very important to achieve the goals of development. The biggest threat to peace is war and conflict based on greed for power over global resources. The last century, after two most devastating world wars, there was relative peace, but today a possibility of a global warfare looming large with the escalation of conflicts in different regions have become presence of today's world. Hence, the timing of this international convention of peacemakers for universal harmony is most appropriate and timely. Maharishi, I think it's a very important moment that you and your delegation is in Sri Lanka now. Across the world, not only conflicts that are among the people or conflicts of the armed struggle, but conflict with nature has engulfed us to a situation that escalates every decade, and the problem of overcoming it also has become an international issue today. The biggest threat to peace is also war and conflict based on greed for power over global resources. When we watch television clippings of brutalities of war, we become numb with shock. That is because the people are generally peace-loving and repulse violence. Almost every activity of average human life is performed with an underlying desire to attain peace and harmony. That desire comes to us from our ancient civilization. Hindu Vedas, Eastern spiritual leaders, and our most venerated teachers, Gautama the Buddha, the greatest son of India, and others, taught us that if we move away from the fundamentals of human nature, result will be untold misery and suffering. To alleviate suffering, all the spiritual leaders religious leaders showed us the path to take. But today man gets caught in the vicious cycle once again because of either ignorance or indifference to humanity and human lives. It is time we brought this truth most forcefully to the conflict-ridden world. Since the ancient times, the wise and the enlightened have preached that ignorance is the more root cause of suffering. Ignorance about the true nature of humanity creates crisis in individuals, communities, nations, regions, and across the world. This virus of ignorance causes problems in all aspects and dimensions of life. As the concept note for the convention stated, the global peace and harmony index is rapidly declining as many countries today are passing through high degree of turbulence caused by social, economic, geopolitical, and environmental disturbances. Cruel and violent killings of humans and animals have become rampant globally. The powerful countries with advanced capabilities are exercising their dominance on the weaker ones. All this indicates damaging the potential of this virus of ignorance. Based on the teachings of our enlightened and visionary ancestors, we must strive to propagate the human values of the world stage. Mr. G, members of the delegation, Governor Gunatilaka of our Western Province, I take this gathering of intellectuals committed to peacemaking and harmony to propose, as Prime Minister of Sri Lanka, to submit a proposal to the United Nations to declare a Humanity Day, to stress the most important message of human values to the global community, especially to all leaders of the world. I also urge the distinguished delegates to deliberate the important issues of peacemaking, harmony, and come up with ideas and suggestions as well as possible ways and means of disseminating this concept to the world at large. Thank you.